Paul Robeson High School was opened on September 6, 1977. Originally, the high school was named Parker High School from 1910 to 1977 after Colonel Francis W. Parker. In 1889, the Colonial issued a grant to fund the building of educational facilities in the Chicagoland area. Wilson Junior College, now called Kennedy King College, Chicago Teachers College, and Parker High School were all constructed in the same area, on the corner of 68th and Stewart. The Englewood community is home to the new high school building that was renamed Paul Robeson High School. It was named after African-American entertainer and athlete Paul Leroy Robeson. Along with being named after a celebrity, Robeson High School has had its fair share of celebrity alumni.
Robeson High School is a family. We feel like it's a family, and when the kids come in for all different backgrounds, things like that, we try to just tell them it's more to offer than that. And I always ask them one question: what have you heard good about Robeson? Oh, I never heard nothing about Robeson. But then once they come to Robeson, they always say, well, I didn't know y'all did that. Well, I didn't know they do that. I love you. I thank you for the things that they've done.
Bill Gates scholarship. We had our first Bill Gates scholarship. We have a poet from here, well-known poet. She dedicated her book to our former principal, Mr. Shears. We have nurses. We have our valedictorian went to Northwestern. He was a boy. We have some good come out of Robeson.
Robeson graduates over the past 4 years have received $6.8 million in college and university scholarships.
Along with these resources, teachers play an essential role in the well-being of their students. In an interview, a Robeson math teacher stated that she spent over $300 out of her own pocket each school year in order to assist certain students who could not provide their own basic necessities, like clothes, shoes, and toiletries. The teacher
Robeson is bigger than what it comes off to be.
Now, as far as Robeson goes, I can't tell you it's not the Robeson of old. It's very, I won't want to say new, but it's not what people think it is. As far as gang activity, it's pretty much non-existent, or it's not the way it used to be. So I think that old Robeson thing still kind of follows them to this day. Like I said, you have to be here to understand that it's not really like that anymore.
The black man is very important to the black community, and the kids need to see the black man. It's a lot of us out here. We just don't get the love in the media. See, when we're doing positive things, you see black men doing real positive things. You don't see it on the news every day. But when violence is happening, you see that violence on TV every day.
It takes discipline, respect. You got to be responsible, loyal, committed. You gotta know what you're doing. Learn how not to disrespect a lot of teachers, just adults in general. It teach you a lot of self responsibility.
You gotta want it just to be doing it.
I tell them I never gave up. I put integrity first, and I put love and hope and all those things first, and other people's feelings first. That's how I made it. When they see.
My name is Javante Curtis. I'm 18. The community I live in right now is it's like a utopia at the same time. I mean, it's negative and positive. It's negative and positive outcomes in Chicago, in my neighborhood. But I came from Johns College Prep. I had got expelled for fighting and came to Robeson, and it was a whole new outcome. Joined the football team, calm down a little bit.
Is Universal Family Connection. This gang prevention program aims to target high-risk youth who are not yet gang members. This program provides educational and other alternatives to joining a gang, such as increasing academic success, the avoidance of teen violence, and increased self-esteem within the students. These programs help students from Englewood go on to become high school graduates and attend colleges of their dreams that will set them up to succeed in their life endeavors.
Once you have a relationship with the kids, they come in and have a tendency to tell you what's happening in the community, that sometimes it's hard to obtain that information. You have to build a trust with the kids to do that, even with adults in certain situations. So it does help with the the impact of crime in the community, because kids are actually your ears and eyes to certain situations that you might not have any idea.
You gotta get out there, and you gotta get out there, and you gotta listen. You gotta listen to their hearts, and you gotta give them your heart. You gotta give them the truth.
Just establishing that relationship, it creates that environment, and after they see us, and it's like, and now you're approachable.
In return, hopefully they bring it back to the community and help somebody else that was in the same situation they were in.
If there's one thing you want people to know about your community, what is it?
That's a lot of smart kids about here. Just need like a way out, like a mentor, somebody that's grown to lead them, a father figure, a mother figure.
I would say that it's another truth of Englewood. Yeah. Just know that don't be totally blindsided by the media, because as my journalist rage members tell me, if it bleeds, it leads. So when we decided to do a media program again with some rage members to have these young kids write a newsletter about the good in Englewood, our journalists, like experts in Englewood, were like, they want sensational news. It's not really how people were reaching young people. So I started a project first. It's called Docs and Dialogue. Docs and Dialogue was a film series that we would showcase all these different kind of provocative films about race and class and hip hop and whatever we thought young people would be into, and we would just roam around Englewood to show that we could have these peaceful experiences, these intergenerational conversations. It could be loud, it could be fun.
And like my partner said, we let them see a different side, that we're not the enemy. We're here to help you, and what our real role is being police. It's not always a negative thing when you meet the police, so we show them the positive side of interaction with the police and how to interact with the police.
Grow their home gardens and actually pass out food and fresh vegetables. Some of the
something called So Fresh Saturdays, where we take over the parks and in the name of peace. Again, kind of dismissing the message that our parks are havens for violence and havens for gangbangers, where we say nope.
People in the community able to come and have parent enrichment classes and things of that nature. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of positive and good stories, and that's one of the things that we just try to, as far as we're concerned, is continue to build on the positive. Can't worry about the ones you can't help. You got to worry about the ones you can. And we all know what some of the problems are, but the biggest thing that I challenge myself and we challenge others, what are you doing about it?
Know that it's another truth about community, and know that it is actually more infrastructure than people think when it comes to activism and people who care about seeing Englewood transform for the better. Yeah. So I think the youth, so many people talk at them and not with them, and so many people bring them in after they plan something instead of having them being those subject matter experts, especially acknowledge their gifts and the skills that they have to.
Over the past 3 years, Robeson High School has partnered with Green Corps, an environmental stewardship organization funded by the City of Chicago that aims to improve the quality of life in the city by establishing, maintaining, and restoring public spaces. Students that are involved take part in a 6-week program in which they spend 2 days a week participating in classroom training on gardening and 3 days a week doing field work such as mowing the grass, planting vegetables, and pulling up weeds throughout the neighborhood. Students dedicate 20 hours a week to the program and receive a weekly stipend for their participation.
There are many facilities in Englewood that offer both physical and psychological care. Facilities like these can be found in a close proximity to Robeson High School. One important facility in Englewood is the Community Health Center. The Community Health Center offers free medical and dental care, health education, lab tests, and medication for those who are uninsured.
for the youth is not our future, they're our present, and that's what we need to be really thinking about. They're our present people, and we need to acknowledge their gifts and the skills that they have to really push whatever movement we want to move forward.
If you could describe your experience at Robeson High School in one word, what would you say?
Humbling. Eye-opening.
Inspiring.
Fulfilling.
Enriching.
Influential.
Enlightening.
Encouraging.
Passionate.
Transformative.